Jarrod Bowen scores first goals since December 23 to help West Ham to first win of 2024. Bowen scored a hat-trick as West Ham beat bogey side Brentford 4-2 to ease the pressure on David Moyes, who said on Bowen, "The goals will hopefully get him back in Gareth Southgate's thinking." Jarrod Bowen will hope he has timed his run for England inclusion for the forthcoming March internationals to perfection after notching his first senior hat-trick in West Ham's 4-2 win over Brentford on Monday Night Football. The Hammers won their first match of 2024, with Bowen scoring his first goals since before Christmas, to end a miserable run of 8 games without a victory which had prompted more questions about David Moyes' future. England face Brazil at Wembley on March 23 before another international friendly at home to Belgium 3 days later as part of their final preparations for Euro 2024 in the summer. Gareth Southgate will name his squad for those matches in the next fortnight. Bowen, who has 5 England caps to his name, has scored 14 goals this term, as many as Ollie Watkins and Dominic Solanke. It represents his highest tally across a single campaign in the competition, overtaking 12 in 2021-22. "That all takes care of itself," said Bowen when asked about forcing himself into Southgate's thoughts. "I was disappointed not to score since the Manchester United game." It was the 16th time in Bowen's senior career that he has reached 2 goals in a game, but the first time he has been able to convert it into a hat-trick. Speaking to Sky Sports with the match ball afterwards, he said, "I've had a couple of times where I've had 2 goals and never got the hat-trick. It was on my mind. I don't score many headers but they all count. It's a really proud moment for me. You're always waiting for that third one and it never comes. I got the little glance on the header and it went in. I was so buzzing to get it. I'm always wanting to shoot so I set the touch up for it. I didn't catch it too clean and it went in. With my left foot, I'm always looking for the cut back. I was lingering in the box and trying not to be marked from the defender. I saw that it was 2 goals in 7 minutes and I don't think I've scored that quick before. Kudus put a great ball and I thought I was in. I just tried to get in the right areas in the box and trust that the right ball would come in." Bowen missed out on England's World Cup squad in 2022, but the player certainly drew attention to himself with an unfamiliar celebration following his 3rd goal. The 27-year-old explained, "I've been watching a lot of McKing of late and there's a guy called DJ Spider Raji. I was talking to a mate and he said make sure you do the Spider-Man celebration. I've watched it for ages. That's the Spider-Man. Someone has to try to find it on YouTube. I promised my mate I'd do it so I had to do it for him." Played 5, lost 5 was West Ham's sorry Premier League record against Brentford, the only team of the 43 Moyes had faced in the top flight and not previously beaten. Finally the rod was stopped as Brentford, already plunged deeper into the relegation scrap earlier on Monday following Everton's points deduction being reduced from 10 to 6, suffered another defeat, their 12th in 15 matches since beating West Ham at home in November. "I'm really pleased for Jarrod," said Moyes of his star performer. "I think his performances recently have gone a wee bit unnoticed because we've not played that well and Jarrod's been taking the fight to them in all the games and it's not quite fallen for him, it's not quite happened. Tonight it did. The goals will obviously be the noticeable thing, but his all-round play and the way he's working. He had 3 or 4 other runs in the game where he was a threat. I think the goals will hopefully get him back in Gareth's thinking, but I've not seen him out of Gareth's thinking because he was in and around the last squad. If you can play wide and center forward and you're a goalscorer, I think you'll always be interesting to the national manager." Sky Sports' Jamie Carragher on Monday Night Football. David Moyes will have been coming into this game with a bit of trepidation about the feeling in the stadium. To win the way they did, to score 4 goals, Bowen's hat-trick and a great goal from Emerson, it was a big night for David Moyes. "We highlighted a lot at the start of the show the great job he's done, but we understand the frustrations of the supporters. You play in that way, score 4 goals at home, it's been a great night all round for West Ham, but more importantly for David Moyes. If he is to leave at the end of the season, or stay, You don't want to go out on a really bad, negative run. Hopefully for him, and West Ham, this is the start of getting back into form. Where they find themselves is still a great position in the table. Brentford boss Thomas Frank, I'm irritated by the inconsistency of performances. I know it's there. I'm convinced we'll find it quick again. People have different strategies when they speak about the games and the referees. We didn't get to our level today. We played against a West Ham team that played well. There were crucial moments in the game that didn't go our way. I think the push on Reguilon was a penalty. To me, it was a push in the back, but that's it. We work very hard to find consistency in the season. We did very well at the Etihad against the best team in the world, but we scored 2 here very quickly.